Welcome everybody to the Chicago Bulls podcast. I am your guest host today, Ricky Fontaine, and we are here to talk about what just happened tonight in the game. So tonight we won. We beat the Spurs. DeMar DeRozan closed out extremely well. It was great seeing how clutch he was. He had 40 points, shooting 16 for 24, as a matter of fact, and he made the right passes at the right time. And Kobe White buried him with the dagger. Vucevic having another great game as usual. When you give it to the post, like Stacey King says, it's a simple game. So let's just keep it simple. What do you guys have to say about it? Yep, the marvelous, like you said, pretty much good. I'll tell you one thing that I got a question about. What do you guys think about the refereeing that's going on here? Because it's looking like we're not getting our fair share of calls because people go on us and we get the verticality and they call a whistle when we just standing there with our hands up. But when we go to the hole a lot of times, we that same type of it's not reciprocated. What do you guys think? Debo be riding his bike, beating up fools. Yo, that's funny. Yeah, yeah, he definitely do. He just strolled through the whole fourth quarter and just took everybody out. Trent Baker, the marvelous. Enough said. That's all that can be said right there. Real start screen. The refs tried so hard to make this an L. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I agree on. It's like they just be it's like we just get unfair callings. Like I seen travels, they were calling like a lot of touch calls that just could have been going like you could just play ball, but it was like they was like keeping them in the penalty so that the game could be close. Nick Moore says ups, upset and Io fouled out, and that's what I was talking about. Like that was so ticky tacky what they called against Io guarding Dejounte Murray. Like you just gotta let some things just play. And remember, the refs be calling shitty fouls on us all day, bro, all day. Like it just don't make no sense of. It just doesn't make sense that we just like treat it unjustified. And even if we do win the free throw category, because that's what a lot of people say in groups that I'm in, they say, "Hey, you guys still shot the same equal amount of free throws as us, or you even shot more." It doesn't matter when you still don't get the justice. Like we should shot way more. Trim Baker. For real, Bulls always get fouls against them, and they're not even fouls. I agree. I agree totally. Jay Simon says we never get fair calls. We get fouled pretty much every drive. Yeah, because we do have people that can penetrate. Like it's like, and it's crazy that, and it's a good thing because they two free throws that Demar he gets his free throws off of jump shots. But like you see a lot of times Kobe get whacked. It was one play when towards the end of the game where Io had split the defense and he went and scooped the ball up and he got grabbed by Primo and they didn't say nothing. That should have been a continuation of N1. Lexus Garcia, the Bulls defense in the last 4 minutes is hugely allowed 8 points, another 40 piece. DeMar, great win, Ricky. Oh, I agree. It definitely was. It definitely was a great win. And we need to give Vucevic his credit because he stopped a lot of key plays when they was trying to go to the hole. He was right there. And Hayes has made pretty times to tell about Hooch. Sorry, Vooch fourth quarter defense. He's been there. Like okay, he's not the greatest when it comes to the pick and roll, but when he's with Io fights through picks, so that stops him to have to drop back so far. And then And then he just closed out. He closed out really well. Like DeJounte Murray probably missed like his last like 3 shots, and then Keldon Johnson tried a couple. And Troy Brown Jr., who had a very bad game last game, he came through and he got some key rebounds. Joey Re-ups. Yeah, refs definitely been dirt on us all year. Jay Riddler. The refs definitely don't respect the Bulls. And it's crazy because we're a big market team. Chicago is the third biggest market, and it's like they don't want us to be great. And like Hayes said earlier, they don't want us to be great because they messed up with their preseason evaluation of the team with DeMar, who is being the so-called worst signing of an offseason. Turns out to be the best signing of the offseason. They just don't want to go back track and say, hey, I was wrong about the Bulls, because you were, and man up to it. The shot. Man, our bench need help. We need Tristan and Derek. Um, I know Hayes doesn't really like to use the word need, and I kind of agree. I'll say it would be great to have some. If Tristan Thompson is bought out, I am out of backup. He plays good defense and he's a good rebounder, so I can definitely see that coming. And we just need to get healthy. That's what we really need. We just need our guys, because when our guys come back healthy, those guys are starting like Ios and even Javante Green when Patrick Williams come back. He goes he goes to the bench, and now we get that off. Now we get that energy coming off the bench with Caruso, and you're going to stagger the minutes with Zoe and DeMar and Zach. So it's going to be so big. Good comment right here, bro. HB DeMar top three MVP for sure. Yeah, and you got to start wondering, like, is it starting to get to top two now? Because he has been going on a tear and it's not getting talked about. I know he just got Player of the Week, which is cool, but let's not forget that he got snubbed for getting Player of the Month by Embiid a couple months ago. So, like, it's starting to just look like him and Embiid, like, because I don't see anybody else, to be honest, right now. So he almost top two, and we're not talking about number two. It's coming. Y'all remember when DeMar was called the worst signing of the offseason? Yes, I do. And look, and every one of them look foolish, because this is my thing. Y'all, they basically rate DeMar because, one, he's not a 3-point shooter. If he could hit, which he is hitting this year, but if he shot the three this year, then people wouldn't even feel like that. They say, hey, the Bulls got a guy that averaged 22 and I think 7 assists for San Antonio. Oh, it was a great pickup. And the thing that's so funny is, besides defense, DeMar DeRozan and Jimmy Butler has the same exact game, and Jimmy Butler gets signed for basically $40 to $50 million a year, and they like the same age, but they feel like Jimmy Butler was such a great signing. I love DeMar DeRozan by my boy Zach Lasagna. He's DeMar DeGoatson right now. Pablo Mato, DeMar D for DeRozan. All right, that's a good one. DeMar Debo, 6 games with 35 plus points, which is amazing, especially due to the fact that we didn't play. I think this is 8 games in like 12 nights now. Like, and he's like, and he's only getting better. Like, you gotta wonder, like, did he drink Mike Seeker stuff, or do he got Jordan Locker? Like, what's going on? Just anything. It's Scott Foster, yeah, man. But it's not just Scott Foster. Like, every night, it seems like we just got somebody it's just somebody against us. Like, Tony Brothers, like, just like hates us. I don't know what it is. Like, he just need to chill too. Like, we just don't get reps that you feel like are Bulls reps. Not saying I want a specific rep to just lean on us, but we just still need to be called fair and like non-biasedly. Niko Jovic isn't that good. You mean Nikola Jokic? No, he's definitely good. Like, don't get that twisted. He's definitely good. I just feel like right now, the way DeMar has been playing lately, he deserves it more than him. So I'm fine with that. My boy Cap lives. I noticed the Spurs getting some tic tac calls that we weren't getting, but that's been the standard for the season. Yeah, like it's really, and this is why it was so frustrating. Like Demar is like, I was fine with him getting that tech because like we sometimes you got to speak and take an L on the tech just so you can start getting noticed that they start looking for the calls. Like Phil Jackson used to used to criticize the referees and take the fine. That way that the next games, ooh, excuse me, the next game that they would actually make the calls. So that actually helps. JDH, refs, refs, refs. I'm used to it. Yeah, it is to a point where you're used to it, but just watching as a fan side, and it's still frustrating to watch because you're just seeing it over and over again that they just doing this dirty. Do you think that DeMar can break Jordan's record of 10 straight 35 plus point games? Um, I don't know. I think he can, to be honest. Like the way he is, like because it's like this game is actually just coming natural to Demar. So it's not even it's crazy. So like it could be done, and records are meant to be broken, and I'd love to see it. I think the refs seem to think that opposing teams bodying our players is just incidental contact, but if we touch someone, it's a hack. Exactly what I'm saying. Like that's exactly what I'm saying. Like because like it's the verticality rule where like if a player just goes straight can jump straight up, that they don't call it. But it seems like when other opposing teams go vertical against us, it's okay. But Vooch, first of all, can't move that fast, and he's just standing up there a lot of times with his hands up, and they just call us with little tic tac fouls, and it's crazy. Capital great. I know that Embiid and Joker are balling, but DeMar has got to be in consideration for MVP. Bulls have been a mass unit damn near all season. The Bulls are still second in the conference. You're correct. I really don't even have comments on that. You said it best yourself. All right, I just look. What is insane about the amount of talent on this team? We could be missing four of our top six: Zach, AC, P. Will, Alonzo, and we still have more talent than most of the league. We are 10 deep. We are, and you gotta wonder too, like what's going to happen in the playoffs because at the playoffs, like you don't really rotate that many people, so it's like you just get worried like who's not going to be in the rotation, and it's scary because we got will Billy just say, "Hey, I owe you a rookie"? Will you have to fall back some once like and Zoe and Caruso get back? Because it's going to be Zoe, Caruso, Zach, and Demar. So, but I'm pretty sure Io's going to be in there and Kobe. So like it's good to see that like we know like Troy Brown Jr.'s and everybody will be there, but you just got to worry like will it be Javante because Javante is a high energy player. So that's what I'm worried about. Noel, Io got finessed with the James Harden call, foul call, man. Yeah, and another thing is that's the rule that they took. They said they was taking out as well. They said that they would not allow a player to initiate it like that. So that was also crazy. Like maybe we should have challenged it, but it doesn't really matter because we won the game. I'm one of those fans that don't believe that a ref has anything to do with the outcome of the game. If you play good basketball and play the right way, you're going to win. Oh no, yeah, you're definitely right. Yeah, if you do play the correct ways, in it's just if calls are made in critical situations, though, it can determine an outcome, or just a little bit. So I agree with you, Frank Jose. It's always Scott Foster's crew. They make many phantom calls against us, and they hardly call fouls for us. Yeah, like we need to make a list of the crews that like really have it out for us. Anybody else care to comment about that? Because like Scott Foster crew and Tony Brothers crew, we it's like I just know when we see them, it's going to be trouble. Oh, D Greatest, what's up, bro? Appreciate you for filling in for Hayes, bro. I don't understand how DeMar is in the MVP right now. His health is inconsistent due to injuries, and his numbers are elite, and his record better than Embiid and Jokic's. Exactly, like, and MVP is like one of the most inconsistent votings and how they go about it because sometimes they say, "Oh yeah, look at his numbers and all that." Then another time they say, "Oh, but look, we're going to vote him because he's the best player on the best team in the league." Like, so it's so inconsistent. They need to stop. Yeah, we got 121 in the chat. That's great, even though we did just lose some. But thank you very much. Kobe spent so much time on the bench because of Phantom Fouls. Yes, like, and it's crazy because like they're not even like it's not even like he was like taking hard fouls. They just calling it because he moving his feet with the person driving to the hole. Like it don't make sense. This right here is a good one. What y'all think about this by BR? He said we have to talk about Jared Allen making an All-Star break over Nikola Vucevic. That's something that needs to be talked about because, like, especially over since January, like when Vooch has picked it up. I don't know where Shay is. Shay always mentions that Vooch is going to pick it up in February, which actually looks like he has lived up to his word. So yeah, love to see that. Vucevic should make it over here, but who knows because we might see someone come in if Zach can't play for the All Star game. So it would be great to see like, hey, we give it to another Bulls player. Let me see. I'm trying to find a good comment, y'all, because y'all actually starting to make it go open. Here we go, right here. Yeah, definitely. Whenever it loads up, it says hit the like button for our guest host. My boy JDH too. And now I'm having this issue that Hayes had the other day with the comments after going up. The refs haven't liked the Bulls since Jordan. That's a fact. That is a fact. DeRozan and Levine is the only two that can get calls. Vooch has been unstoppable lately. Definitely, all facts, all facts. Another Reginald Short, an ugly win, but win is a win. DeMar is in the fourth quarter. Can't get stopped. Let me see. I'm sorry, these are coming up slow as ever. Tariq again. And Kappa, great. Sadly, he's not close to consideration in my top 10 of most lists. They will never get MVP. Someone they said was the worst trade in trash team. See, this is a good comment because that could have something to do with it. The fact that they feel bad that they made the wrong assumptions of that they don't want to just say that they're wrong about something. You say the refs are the Lakers fans and are frustrated. I guess they're frustrated because they didn't get DeRozan. Yo, LeBron got to be kicking himself right now, like because you could have had DeMar, who was the MVP candidate, and instead you got Westbrook, who just keep hitting the side of the rim every game. Miller says, "What up, Hayes?" Even though it was me, Ricky. Bulls are 62 and 21 bound in my cloud nine mindset. Anyways, back to reality. Bulls got to remain high on defense and keep up on the offense. Vooch coming around. Also, Kobe and DeMar remain DeMarvelous. Very true. Very true. All right, there is Shay right there. I was waiting. Hayes is not available today. He has said it, the past couple of days that I will host today for him instead. So I'm here, and let's just all hope that I keep doing good. Well, you guys let me know if I'm doing good because I'm not sure. But Hayes had a date. It's Valentine's Day. All of us are losers. The greatest. DeMar might actually be the greatest free agent signing in Bulls history. Um, yeah, because we don't really get good free agent signings. And before anybody say anything, Dennis Rodman was a trade for Will Perdue, even though that was highway robbery. So yeah, he definitely is. You know what? This free agents class that we had signing like of Caruso and Mar, yeah, like this might just be the best ones we ever made. The whole crew. Trying to find a good comment. And they acting slow again. Here we go. Our bench will be fine once we get healthy. Definitely. Lexus Garcia, whatever it's called. They're back to 16 games above 500 since 2016. Good recovery from my Bulls. 14 games away from 50 wins. And it's very doable. It is very doable. And we should, like I said, Cleveland are definitely the surprise teams. I just hate it got to be Cleveland. Like, I just can't stand them. Let me see if this one will show. Like, it's taking forever. I don't know why. They say, I don't care what the NBA says, so I swear to God, Kobe is 100% from the 3 point line. Yo, today he definitely lit it up. Like he came out in the first quarter burning up, and then like you said, they gave him the foul trouble because he was a little too hot or whatever. But he came through and he hit the dagger 3 point. Just made a great read as soon as they double teamed him. See, because the thing that I always said about DeMar was that sometimes I feel like when he does pass, he passes because he to and not because he wants to. As soon as the double came, this straight fed him, and Kobe knocked it down, which was great. Young Stingray, let's get it big. Win for the Bulls against the Fiesta Spurs. Shout out to Jamar with 40 points. Couldn't be said better. Here go one right here by Cat Lives. They say, I know Toronto fans are going to say, he's done this for years, but I'm going to say it. This is DeMar's best season, period. It's definitely not a better season than what DeMar's having right now. And the thing about it, too, is like the way that he's playing, because you can tell he may have lost a little bit of athleticism, just minor much, but as Pirtle, and then he didn't lose any because he got punched on. But this is definitely DeMar's best season. And Toronto fans are like toxic ever since they done won this little championship, thanks to Kawhi Leonard. Like y'all ain't been nothing before him, and y'all ain't been nothing with him. So be glad that they were able to pick against Scotty Barnes. Hayes on the day with Valentine's. Yep, that's it. Let me see. Blah. I wouldn't be surprised if Green is starting for a few games while P. Will first comes back. Oh, definitely, because he got to work his way back into it. He got to get back in shape. They did say he been ramping up his conditioning, so you got to start wondering, like, because he never broke his wrist, he had ligament damage. So you got to start wondering, like is he starting to get better because he's been shooting without the cast and all that. So maybe they're just trying to make sure that the filling is functional because he had nerve damage. So yeah, like I wouldn't be surprised if we just get like a surprise tweet from I think is it Daniel Greenberg, one of the guys that cover the Bulls real good. If we get a surprise tweet one day after the All Star break or a week after the All Star break to say that like he's been practicing and almost ready. Here's going from Tariq again. We need no one. We are 10 deep, guys. Vooch, Lonzo, Zach, DeMar, P. Will, D. Jones, Javante, Kobe, Io, AC. We only need help. We do only need health. We do only need health. And the thing is, like, people are so concerned. They feel like we're a little too small. But we've seen how we look with game defense. Because remember when we played the Lakers, everybody said Anthony Davis was going to eat. And what did we do? We doubled him, we trapped him, and everybody moved around, and rotations were well. So we don't need to just keep on harping about the size problem. Like once Patrick Williams comes back, who's 6'7" with long arms, we'll be fine. So it'd be cool to have somebody at the buyout market, but it's not a necessity. And okay, here we go. That's every. It's been going on for a long time, but we don't get the right calls, and the rest make a call on the Bulls. So they haven't been a call this season. No one ever does. So yeah, again, agree. Let's just let's stop complaining about the refs though right now. Well, I don't want to say we're complaining about. Let's just move on. We know we got did wrong, and it's my fault for bringing it up. So yeah, renewable recharge review. Thomas has one job and he don't play D and not getting it done. Yo, it's like this with Matt Thomas. Like he's very much on a short leash. Basically, basically what it is like this. We know he does one thing, and then he does one thing supposedly well, and that's shoot. So basically, Billy gives him like two shots. If he see they ain't went in, that's it. If they do go in, yeah, you can stay in. So yeah. My boy. Are we going to have Ricky the whole post game live stream? Yeah, pretty much. Unless y'all just want me to give up because I'm terrible. So he says, remember our bench is supposed to consist of Caruso, Io, White, Green, and DJJ when healthy. This bench is very stretched up. Yep, that's exactly what I just touched on. So yeah, I definitely agree. So when we get those guys back, that's when you're gonna see a better bench because like think about it. Like once Kobe can give us 13 off the bench. Caruso can give us 10. That's 23 bench points right there. So Derrick Jones Jr. getting energy, Javante Green getting energy, and Javante has actually like his shooting in the corner is starting to be pretty consistent in a way. So yeah, IO rookie of the month of February. Um, that's tough because we play on the Eastern Conference with Cade Cunningham, and Cunningham is like really picked it up. to the point that you could tell that he's going to be a franchise player. But I will say this: Io is very, very underrated because they don't really see what's been going on and they don't understand the impact of his defense. And his passing is so great right now. Like he puts like him. I think he's one of the main reasons why Vucevic has stepped his game up because right now, they got a good chemistry going on. He gives it to him as soon as he pops. He gives it to him as soon as he rolls, and like now his floaters are going in. So all it's a timing thing. So we see right now that Io and Vooch got something going on right now. It said DeRozan never did this in Toronto. He leveled up on the Spurs unnoticed though. Yeah, I agree. He had a great season one time in Toronto. I think he averaged like 25. But when he got to the Spurs, I'm gonna say Greg helped him out and taught him the game of basketball better. Yeah, otherwise just having a score. Let me see if I can find another good one. If I prove me wrong. Susie. It says Kobe is the unsung MVP of this team. In 1 week, he has played great off the bench. And let me see, I'm sorry. He played great off the bench, starting playing point guard, shooting guard. He's having to do everything and Bulls ass. Yeah, and that's a testament to how good he's been. Pretty much now that you can tell the shoulder it hasn't bothered him at all, is because you just like switching those type of roles of consistency and everything. That could play a for most players. They usually can't handle that. So now he's coming off and he's definitely best suited when it's like, hey, just get off and get buckets. So he's been consistent for us as well. Let me see. Cap Cruz. Man, Debo ain't even hit a shot of three and still got 40 piece. Oh my goodness. I mean, hey, I used to see it all the time with Jordan. So yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like it's something. And I don't and you know you never want to bring up and put somebody in Jordan category. So it's but it's like really looking Jordan esque. I'll just say that. I'm not saying he's the next Jordan, but it's very Jordan esque. Marvel perspective. On the other side, we don't need nobody to praise us. All we need is the Bulls fans to stand by is to stay behind our team. Stats don't lie. Damn the media. You know, that's the best way to say it because it looked like it's the Bulls versus everybody right now. Like and so let's just prove them wrong. Like I would love to get a championship this year because everybody's saying that you know like we're not going to get a championship and everything. And it's crazy because like some of the years it looks like they're going to get a championship because you know sometimes people get injured and stuff like that, and maybe these injuries are coming to us. Like I don't want to say the right time, but maybe when the playoffs start, we all healthy. Maybe some other teams get through it, and then we could beat them just because they're injured. Nobody thought Milwaukee was going to win the year they did. Nobody thought that Toronto did the year they was going to win. Like every time the best team on paper doesn't win, and they just look foolish right now because. And it's really crazy because I'll say this like when we signed Lonzo Ball, they said, "Oh, that's a great signing because they needed a pass first point guard that could play defense in the pick and roll." When we signed Caruso, they said, "Oh, that's a good signing. He'll be a good six man." But as soon as we signed DeMar DeRozan, they sit there and, "Oh my God, what are they doing? Why did they sign him? They're trying to do too much. You're not going to win a championship." Well, even if we don't, the plan was to get better than we were in the 2021 season, and we succeeded that. And now they all look foolish. It says Jimmy is a decent signing because his defense, but DeMar, his defense is not as atrocious as people say it is. I agree. I agree. 4 game win streak. Let's go streaking. Yo, y'all remember when when we went on the 10 game I think, and Benny the Bull took his jersey and shorts off and just started streaking up the up the court like that right there was crazy. Said, and the big man, we need one more big body only for Philly. We need another body for Embiid, which is true. But I will say this: they coughed up a lot just to get Harden. Like, they coughed up a lot. Like they gave up with Seth Curry, Drummond, and I think somebody else. Like they gave up. Ben Simmons. My bad. Like Daryl Morey, he really loves James Harden, and he actually came and got him from the airplane. Like that was crazy. Pember 27. Why aren't you showing your face today, bro? I'm camera shy, so you just get this real goofy picture of me. That's it. So I apologize. Plus, as you can tell, I'm butt ugly. So it's me. I was on the trade Kobe trade, and now I'm keeping Kobe for years to come train. It's gonna be a tough situation we're in next year because he's free agent. He'll be a restricted free agent, but yeah, because we got to sign him, and on top of that, we'll have to sign Io because Io being a second round pick, he's only signed for 2 years, so you might want to make that decision. And I'm not gonna lie, to come down to Kobe and Io, the fact that Io is kind of a true point guard, and he's just getting better and better every game, and he's 6'5" and longer, which seems to be the route that AK goes for. I'm pretty sure like if it came down to those two, if Kobe don't take the right amount of money, then they'll just sign Io. But so yeah. Yo, this is crazy right here when this loads up. Right here, Smear, what's up? Debo had 2 points in the first quarter, ended with 40. So he scored 38 points in 3 quarters, man. Like DeMar made a deal with the devil, man. Like he that's just not missing. He going crazy. Like, yo, he be talking shit to everybody, man. Like just cussing people out, man. You just gotta love it. You just gotta love it. I say honestly, maybe just in the moment, but I'm having so much more fun watching DeMar's game this year than D Rose, possibly, definitely, just in the moment. But I just love his game. Um, Yo, I don't like putting players against players. I get what you're saying because like the game just naturally comes to DeMar. So I do understand that, but my thing is like D Rose was like electric, man. Like everything he did was a ooh and all thing. So I can't say that, but I do like watching this team more than the Derrick Rose team. But like individually as a player, I like watching watching him more. D Rose. Joker. The reason DeMar dropping buckets is because he gets to play 1-on-1. Most teams have a big clog in the paint. Definitely. Like Florida, and that's the thing where I think like our team is making DeMar DeRozan actually look better because when Vooch spreads the court, and even Javante when he's in the corner, not saying he's a shooter because that's one person they do double off of. But when you got like a spread offense out there, it's kind of like almost like a 5-out because we have so many shooters. So DeMar can just go to work, and you can't. And when you double, he's smart enough now to make the right pass. People said DeRozan is just that damn good. It's nothing you can say bad about him right now at the moment. Like he's just playing too good, and all the haters now just keep on saying the same old thing. Like wait to the playoffs. Wait to the playoffs. That's when he gonna go back to being DeMar. You know what? I don't really give a damn if he do have a bad playoffs because we still got a good team, and we didn't make the playoffs We didn't make the playoffs in a couple years. So just get us to the playoffs. That's all I ask for. Trash reps by Angelo Williams. Yeah, man. Like we didn't get through that. Like they definitely was just terrible, man. Like I don't know I don't know what is going on. Like, and it's to the point like, where you just want to ask. Like, if I was Billy Donovan, like, I'd show some type of concern and just ask, like, what's going on? Like, I show some type of footage. Like, we just not getting our calls. Like, man, like Noel, man stepped up when he needed to. He's actually showing the young players how to step up when needed. And I think, and that's another reason why I say that's something that's not getting talked about. DeMar is actually teaching leadership, and especially the IO, and it's big because IO coming in as a rookie will soak all that up, and it'll be instilled in him for years to come. So we could be looking at like IO being our DeMar in 3 years when DeMar is gone, unless he takes some small signing because he'll be 35. So when you instill that in a young personality, it can be taught and it can be sponged, and then like, and it even be good for DeMar, like with the rookies that we get next year. So DeMar can help him and he can help Pat Will and everything because he's so young and everything. So the reason DeMar dropping buckets is because he gets to play. Oh, I'm sorry, I read this before. I'm so stupid. y'all could put an L in the comments for me doing that. So the Eastern Conference playoffs will be the most epic war I can remember. There's so many elite teams, and I just hope we don't get the Nets in the first round. I hope we do, and I hope we bust their ass. How about that one? No, but yeah, man, like yeah, it is like Nets are scary, and it almost looked like the fucking Sixers just gave them just the whole keys to almost win the finals. If you ask me, like it's just crazy. Like why did you get them all that? You literally just filled in every hole they didn't need. They needed a defender, you get Ben Simmons. Then you needed a big man, so you got Drummond. I ain't saying the best big man, but he's serviceable. They needed an extra shooter. They give him Seth, who is a Curry. Like, are you crazy? Real start screen. Jokic is good, but his defense is non-existent. And what is the Nuggets record? Honestly, his defense has been non-existent until this year. This year he's been playing really good defense, and it even shows. Like if you look, he made the game-winning block the other night. So, yeah, I understand why you say that. Jokic. Uh, Let me see. I'm loving this run DeMar is on, but I really can't wait for the guys to rest up during the All Star break. Oh, I definitely agree. Like I think they all need it, and I think Zach shouldn't be stressing out trying to play in an All Star game. Like just take your rest days, bro. Like it ain't nothing else to do. Like Shay, do you think the rookie can give De'Aaron Fox the business? Um, De'Aaron Fox, like I know it seemed like he defensively equipped, but he's not really good on defense. Like, yeah, I think he could. I think he can cook De'Aaron Fox. Like, it's gonna be hard checking swiper back though because he fast as shit. But we better. I hope we beat Sacramento because like weird things happen when we play Sacramento. Like Sacramento, one of the weird teams. Like weird things always happen when we play Sacramento, the Thunder, and somebody else. Oh, Portland. We always have weird games against them where we can start off great and then all of a sudden it goes down, or vice versa. Like we'll start off down and then we look great and then pull out the win. I'm gonna go down to the comments way far, so I apologize for skipping some of y'all. Um, this cloud. King Hayes. I wonder who is this. Ricky, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? I'm trying to hold it down for you. It says, this is a good experience with IO, Kobe, even Troy Brown Jr. getting these important minutes while everybody is out. These guys be battle tested when the playoff roll around, which is also a good thing. Like once we do see that, they get some real good experience and they get the confidence up. By the time they're coming off the bench and they actually playing against the scrubs because they are playing good against the scrubs. I mean, they're playing good against the starters. So when they play against the scrubs, it might be a season out there. Let me see. D Rose was electric, but DeMar is so smooth. Oh, definitely, definitely. Like that's definitely the difference. The difference is DeMar is very smooth. DeMar just comes down and he makes the game look a lot easy. Like DeMar actually makes it look like anybody should be able to play basketball like him. That's how smooth his game is. Derrick Rose game, when you just looked at him, you was like, yo, he's really gifted, and I wish I could do that. like D Rose is crazy, man. Like think about it, man. He was like 6'3", maybe 6'2", and they listed him at 6'3", and he was strong as hell. And like I still, it's like not nobody really faster than him I ever seen. Like maybe Swiper, but like nobody's faster than Derrick Rose, and he was athletic as hell. Like it was just you just couldn't do nothing with dude. Like I've said, like if we seen 2011 Derrick Rose in today's game, he probably averaged like 30 to 31 because the way that like picture Derrick Rose, Derrick Rose was getting buckets on his own. Like he wasn't like just playing in the pick game with Joakim Noah like everybody else. Like he was getting his own buckets, and Carlos Boozer didn't spread the court. So if you picture Derrick Rose with, well, let's say Vucevic and Patrick Williams, where they both, where Vucevic giving him a pick and he popped into the 3-point line, and Patrick Williams is sitting in the corner and he's 1-on-1 with any point guard. Who is stopping that? You can't play defense no more. That's probably an and one almost every time he feel like driving, or to the fact that you get double team. And he was a passing point guard as well, so you're just in trouble. Let me see, trying to find one. I haven't seen this dude in a minute. Whenever they feel like load your comment up, they say that was his name, was against the Bulls the whole night. Yeah, that was what's his name, Scott Foster, y'all. Yeah, so man, like I agree. I agree like crazy. Like here's one from Shay. That anybody knows that DeMar DeRozan throws up crib signs a lot. I think we all do. If you check, like if you be on Facebook or whatever, they always like showing pictures like of DeMar throwing it up. Like so. Let me see. I had seen a comment and then it just like went away. Like I'm sorry. Like the way the chat refreshes. Sometimes I won't be seeing them. It says Benny is the best mascot, hands down, yo. Like crazy, it is, man. It's crazy. Like the only one, like I remember, like because I'm an '80s baby. Like I don't know if anybody like somewhere around that age limit, like y'all remember like around like the All Star games when they used to have like All Star dunk contests and everything. Like the best mascots to me was always, it was always Benny, but Benny by far and took it down because he just got wild personality. Like you just never know what he's gonna do. Like especially when he just like throwing that popcorn at people. And then you got the Hornets from back in the day and the Phoenix Gorilla. Those three are the best in the NBA. I don't know one better. Here we go, one right here. Considering we have been working, sorry, my thing went down. Hold on. It's like consider we are working with 2.5 starters for most of the year, and we're still on top of the Eastern. The rest of the East is probably very concerned and maybe a bit scared. Yeah, I mean we've been playing like us and Miami probably a bit had the most up and down type of year. One of the Morris twins, I don't think he's still been back ever since Jokic put it down on him. So yeah, like you just wonder like how crazy this team would be. Like if we was healthy, I say we had like 6 more wins, and that would be crazy. Let me see if I actually read this one before. I'm not sure. And it doesn't want to load up for me. So if you thought about which players on the buyout market you want on the team, and do the Bulls add a defensive out of wing like Gary Harris or Deontay Bembry? Yo, Harris will be tough because he plays, he can hit threes and he's his own bucket at times. Because you just get scared, like especially like when we don't have Zach, because you know like when DeMar comes out the game, like he's just not there anymore. Um, so when DeMar comes out the game, you pray that like they stagger it with Vooch and Vooch can get off because you just do want that go-to scorer. So yeah, like Harris will be good. It'd actually be cool. I tell you too. Like I don't want them, but I don't really care if we get anybody. But like let's say like if they actually said no, we're gonna get rid of Terrence Ross. Like Ross coming off our bench, bringing that athleticism, that'll get the crowd up, and he a streaky shooter. When he start hitting, he's scary. But that's just wishful thinking. Like, don't even pay that much attention to me. Like, DeMar is 35 to 50%, 35, sorry, plus, with 50% shooting, 6 game streak ties Wilt Chamberlain in 1960 and 1963 for the longest streak in NBA history. Yo, when you're in company with somebody like Wilt, like that's really big because like Wilt played at a time where he just dominated. Like he had a year when he averaged 50 points. So that's crazy. And then somebody mentioned too about Jordan 10 or whatever. Like I guess it wasn't about the percentage though. Yeah. Here's an interesting one. Cap Cruz says DeMar paces himself well for the fourth and comes. He's ready to dominate. That's very true. Like if you notice, like he always like you said, like he scores when he need. Like he tries to get the team involved in like the first quarter, which is why he only had 2 points that was noted earlier. So yeah, he does that, and then in the second, he'll score. So he'll try to score some more. So I'd say second and the fourth are his biggest quarters because you want to close the half off right. Then on top of that, in the third, he kind of paces again, and like that's when he kind of like that might be Zach quarter or Vooch's quarter, and then in the fourth, he just brings us home. This has been said plenty of times, but it is the truth. By Shay, DeMar DeRozan is Zach Levine what Chris Paul wants to Devin Booker was to Devin Booker last year. Yeah, I agree. It was the vet and the leadership, winning and everything like that. And you just gotta wonder too, like with that because I think when DeMar ever does stop playing with us, I think it'll carry on because we got a younger team than Phoenix, and like when Chris Paul leaves yo, they might be in trouble again unless they find a good point guard. Here we go. Vuce was so automatic from three for his career. What happened to his shot? Chicago Bulls Central. Um, the thing is like they trying to. We tried situations with Vooch like 3 different ways, and now we're going back to how Vooch plays now. So basically, we were trying to use him as a stretch big, and it just wasn't working because what it is Vooch is a rhythm player. When he started hitting his shots in the paint, getting his hook shots and everything, then he goes out when he feels comfortable because his game has got more confident, and then he shoots threes and makes them. But when you just tell Vooch to just become a spot up shooter, then that's not the good thing. Here's one right here by Chicago Bulls Central Hayes. I left the channel in good hands for the night. I miss y'all though. Yo, miss Big Bro too. Let me see. I'm trying to find something I went down to the bottom. Like, oh man. So Hayes messing with me. Say, leave me alone, bro. Like I got to. So Ricky definitely reading the comments with his finger. The guy that threw the words, he gonna kill me when he reads it. Yeah, man, I'm gonna call you tomorrow about this. Like you, here go right here. Whenever it loads up. We're getting technical difficulty. So the Raptors mascot is hilarious looking. Has that going for it. Yeah, but like they fans make you not even like them anymore. So it's like it's crazy. Like you said, if they call the fouls, Derek used to get hit all the time and not get calls. Like yeah, it's crazy. It was like ever since like Derek used to get it like especially all the way before he got MVP, and it seemed like once he got hurt, they just stopped giving him his calls. Like and Derek, you always see like he always got hit in the back of his head, which is crazy. Like it is to say it's a Duncan Robinson gets paid almost at the same as Lonzo. But Lonzo at least plays D and can shoot almost as good as Duncan. Yeah, and it's crazy too because Duncan actually having a real bad year. So it's like a real bad like you got a player out there that you can attack, and he not hitting threes. Even though both games he played us, he was supposed to be slumping, and he came out and just started hitting us as usual because for some odd reason, wherever a player is slumping, they play the Chicago Bulls and they get their swag back. Like it's just crazy, man. Like I don't get that. They say off. Oh, my bad, it didn't load up. It's a off topic. How disappointing was the sound production for the Super Bowl? I was so hyped up for the sound and it was absolute trash. Also, the camera work took away from the film. Um, I liked the Super Bowl thing. It was better than it's been like the past couple years at least. Like I rated like pretty high at least. Like nothing tops Prince though. Like Prince and Michael Jackson's was that those are goaded. So like those are the best ones to me at least. What y'all think? The Raptors fan here just showing my DeRozan appreciation. He shammed the homie and posted. Yo, good looking out. I'm sorry I didn't talk about some of your fan base. I do apologize. Yeah, it's just some of your fan base a little bit toxic. Thank you very much for coming in here. And yeah, he did. Yo, he yapped right on him. And Kobe tried to get him too. Like David was just picking on him, and it was good to see because like somebody I know always say like DeMar lost his athleticism a little bit. So the Bulls seem a lot more poised as of late. They're taking up Demar's personality, which is great. Which is great. Like I said, and I tell you what's good like is that like the hugging thing is actually cool. Like that's like I know it seems excessive because every time it happens, but like man, like you see that's passing now. Like Zach be hugging Io and everything. That shows it's a team. And this is what actually Tweedledee and Tweedledum Garpax tried to do when they signed D Wade and Rondo and they created that three alpha stuff. But the thing was, there was no continuity. These were just like y'all just signed people to put some butts in the seats and keep us on TV. Like this time now, we actually got a team. That is the difference between that because all these players get along. Then you see they having fun on the bench. Like if you notice, like the past couple of years, like our benches used to be like just quiet as the game was going. Like they just give like little golf claps when we score. Now you see everybody standing up and everything. Like so, yeah, yeah, for sure. Oh, I see what y'all about to do. This is what this is what's always funny when she got this. It said, "Yo, man, I expected a Tupac hologram, especially since it was Pac's All Eyes on Me anniversary." Yeah, everybody really thought they'd see that. Maybe I'm not gonna start because that's everybody's favorite rapper, but yeah, maybe they should have just found a way to squeeze that in, especially for the simple fact that it was in California. They could have played California Love. Like they should have just did that. They should have just had Pac come out there and come out. Well, have his hologram come out there, and it just would have shocked everybody. Like Drake could have rapped his verse on California Love, and then then if it just would have got dark and the Tupac hologram would have came up, yo, they probably would have blew the whole. Well, it's actually it's not a dome, but they'd have blew it off of it. Yo, this is crap about this. That'd be real good if this is possible. Hold on when this load up. It said IO is the next Rondo with an actual shot. I got a couple of comparisons. One of them is actually crazy, but I always compare IO to like Drew Holiday because they both, around 6'4", 6'5", and very long and defensive. But yeah, I could see Rondo, especially like his leadership, and he does have a body type, but he's way taller because Rondo only 6'1". My other comparison, and it's not body wise, trust me, it's not because of body wise, but I think he reminds me a lot, and maybe this is why DeMar like takes heat though. He reminds me a lot of Kyle Lowry, and what I mean by that is, like he's not the best shooter, but he hits clutch shots. He's a defender. He'll make clutch defense. They both were like second round picks, and I think he's going to be an all star just like Kyle Lowry and was, and and it may not be, but he'll have his years when he make an all star. So they kind of remind me of each other. He said when the playoffs come, everyone healthy, this thing will be scary. Our bench will crush almost any team's bench. I really hope so. Like because like if that happens, like we'll be unstoppable. Like all we got to do is like just go through the first go through the first, and it will be fine. Like when we get to the first round, I think everybody will know how to win, and then we can just keep it rolling. I'm matched up against like some crazy telling me that Atlanta gonna pick it up and they gonna keep on going. So we might get matched up against them and Io. Trey Young. Trey Young weakness is bigger guards. I noticed because like we had Chris Dunn. Chris Dunn used to give him problems. Io we've seen give him problems. Like Zoe will be on him. Caruso will get to guard him. So we can give him hell. We just got to watch his pick and roller with John Collins and Capella. Like that's all he want to do is throw lobs. Like all he want to do is either throw lobs or get a floater. So we get them. I'm confident we can beat them in the first round. I'm confident we can beat like Boston if they make it and get matched up against us and everything. Ravens Smith, wait, Raptors fans being disrespectful. I apologize on behalf of them. Real DeMar fan support and who we play for. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, Raptors fans can be toxic, and they like been saying, "Oh, DeMar ain't this and that," like and everything. So yeah, especially on Twitter, like not really like Facebook or like YouTube or anything, but like Twitter. That's where they go crazy at. Like I don't even get it. Like here's one that's pretty good. Like Young Black can say, Nate Robinson was the best player they signed a free agent in a long time. I hope they can find a big man for a long stretch run and playoff Eastern Conference. Yeah, Nate Robinson was like our most probably like underrated signing because like nobody really expected him to do what he did, and he helped us beat the Nets in the playoffs. So yeah, that was definitely that. So that was a big one, but nothing right now. Just nothing tops it tomorrow. Eminem took a knee, and 50 Cent is still jacked up. I wouldn't call that jacked up. It looks like he's been jacking up a lot of burgers. Like, yo, man, like I was scared that pole was gonna fall down and he was hanging from. Like, yo, like he went 50 Cent to like 50. He like 75 Cent. Let me see. Said, oh shoot, I forgot Ricky is holding down the fort. Yeah, I'm here, man. And I mean, it's fluctuating between 70. We probably lost a lot, but they probably was like, oh, Hayes ain't here, I'm out. But yeah, bigger one by MVP. They say Boston low key may be a tough matchup in the playoffs. They close the lineup has has really good lockdown D. Pause. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, like guarding Tatum and Brown, like that's gonna be tough on them. But like, can they guard Zach and DeMar right now? And I remember Io had Jason Tatum out there looking real suspect. So yeah, I mean it'll be tough, but we got Vooch, and I think Vooch can just kill Robert Williams, even though he for for at least a week till his knee issue gets better. But I'd rather him be healthy for a playoff stretch. Yeah, like just chill, bro. Like it's okay, Zach, man. Like you already named the All Star. You don't got nothing to prove. Like what do you want to try to do? Get the All Star MVP? Like it's nothing. It's really nothing. Like so, like yeah. So shout out to the man Ricky, yo. Thank you, Brandon, man. You always been one of my supporters. You always got nothing but positive things to say whenever I do join. Hey, so I do appreciate you. Is Hayes doing the post game tomorrow? Oh, we play the Kings tomorrow, so we got another back to back. This is crazy, man. Like, yeah, I'm just feeling in the day. So whenever we do play the Kings, the Hayes is stepping in. So he said we can't take anyone lightly. The playoffs is a different breed. Oh, it's different. We haven't faced that yet. Oh, I definitely agree. Like we can't take anyone lightly. Like don't get that twisted. I'm just confident that we can win. I'm not trying to say like we just gonna smack somebody up or anything like that. I just feel like we got what it takes to win and all that. Like we got pure point guards, right? With Lonzo, he's gonna get everybody involved. We got a good big man that can score. That can score in the paint. So that's another check, right? We got an electric scorer with Zach who could just go nuclear. Then we got DeMar that can just bring us home, and we got defend, and we got like X factors like Caruso, Patrick Williams coming back is going to be big. So the only thing we have to do is like we just hope that it's enough experience, like because Vooch and DeMar and Caruso have made playoffs. So we just you just hope that that goes. It says, do you think Eminem dropping Eminem should work together on the album? Eminem is way better with Dre. His voice just sounds different now. Um, maybe he will. Who knows? He has been doing some work lately, so maybe he will. But yeah, he do need to be back with Dre, and his voice will sound different because your voice as you get older or weight gain or weight loss has something to do with it. Who knows? Let me see. Oh, my phone just keeps tripping. Sorry, y'all. Let me see. Oh, okay, it's Wednesday that we play. All right, I did not know that. Let me see. Joker again. Since Thompson wants to go to Cali and Rolo, if he gets bought out, I see him going to the Bucks, former teammates. Who should the Bulls get or an eye out, or who do you see getting bought out? They gave a nice little list, and I can't even remember anymore. But I do remember, like you said, like Tristan Thompson, Rolo, maybe Dennis Schroeder, and everything like that. Whoever it is, I just hope it's somebody that that can fill out for Tony Bradley because, or whatever. Like that's literally the only weakness it is. Like we just like Tony Bradley either has a okay, he did good tonight type of thing. Like tonight, like he was decent. He made some good blocks. When he get a couple blocks and some offensive rebounds and a putback, that's when Tony Bradley usually has a solid game. It's like when that don't happen, bad Tony Bradley is like get him off the floor. And then like with Tyler Cook, you love his athleticism, but something's been going on with Tyler where it's like he makes that one mistake and Billy just don't trust him. It's usually goes between like which one is going to fuck up that's going to get yanked and not get put back in the game between Tyler Cook and Tony Bradley. Let me see. Yeah, it's just on one of those. It's a Vooch was a definite snub, especially numbers he puts up. I feel like on a mission. Coach might got on his ass checking up them trades like like he traded something. Yeah, I mean he's open, and it's like yo, like okay, but sometimes like I tell you what it does benefit though. Like when he takes a three or two, like if you remember, like when he took one, a couple of them, like Hurdle had to respect that he was ready to shoot, and then like Boots give you like a pump fake at the triple threat, and then he takes bigs off the dribble, and then that's how he usually get his lane buckets. And I'll say one thing though, yo, Boots been dunking a lot lately. Like like at first he didn't even dunk, and he did got some monster jams. Like that Bradley has stone hands. That is an understatement. He literally has like just brick fingers, all of that. Like, and that's his main problem. Like, and I always wonder like how do big men in the NBA have bad hands when your hands are so big? Well, how come you can't catch a basketball? Because I never. I mean, I got kind of big hands, like a palm a ball, but like I just never had a problem. I never had a problem with it. It says, how do you feel about Canner? Canner last year, 22 minutes per game, 12 points per game, shooting 12 rebounds a game, and used to set hard screens for little threes and matches up better against Embiid physicality wise. Well, the thing is, if we get Canner, it'll be like Vooch substitute, even though he can't shoot like Vooch. It's like he literally would be like how Vooch plays and everything like that. And he's terrible on defense. Like maybe he can match up like physicality wise with MB, where really nobody does. But like he'll be really getting cooked on pick and roll defense. Like so that's our problem. Like if we can get him, cool. But if it came down to between him and Tristan Thompson, then I'd rather Tristan Thompson because he plays better pick and roll defense and better rim protection because like Canner's not blocking anything at all. Like at least Vooch can somewhat rim protect. They say, seriously, Bradley Cook, TBJ Hill, Thomas are like dead zones on the floor. They are useless 90% of the time. Um, yeah, like those are the ones where it's like, but these also are the ones other than like Hill and Bradley. those are, like when we get our guys back, like some of those names will disappear. Like so yeah, like but again, like Bradley, they both just the big men back up big men. They sometimes just have their moments. Like so, hmm. Yo, that's a big thing too. I'm gonna see. Like Nathan Taylor said, like his political BS. Yeah, like that's some attention I wouldn't even want on us. To be honestly, like that could just cause like some like just having the media just talk about some bull crap like and everything like so. Let me see. It said Jaleel Okafor sign him. We don't need no more Chicago people. Okafor is somebody who is just in the wrong era. Like if Okafor was in the 80s and 90s, Okafor would probably be like a 17 to 10 player. It's just he can't spread the floor. He's not fleet of foot and everything. And pick and like nowadays is the whole NBA is based on pick and roll. So either you better be able to play pick and roll offense or you better be able to guard pick and roll. So he can't guard pick and roll, and when you can't guard pick and roll with every point guard that's running pick and roll, you just fooled out there. Comments are slowing down. Let me see here. It says I missed the game, didn't tape it. We win. Yes, we won, and it was a good game. Um, Rewatches are fine for me. Like I do like to rewatch it because that's when I'm not going crazy. So like if you do happen, you said you take and you did tape it. If you can find a way to find it on the stream or whatever, like you will see a whole bunch of bullshit calls, so that'll piss you off. But yeah, we won, and Kobe Demar closed out crazy. Kobe hit a great dagger, and I just can't wait for the scene to be whole. He said he was the third pick in the draft, averaged 70 and 10 his rookie season. He's 26 now. He wants to play. That's crazy. He only 26 years old and he not like really in the league and he's talented. Like that's really crazy. Like he wouldn't help us. Then I mean, he help us because he'd be able to score and get his own buckets, but it's just not. It's just not like one of the things that we'd be looking for on our team. Like, but he definitely could help us. So anyway, good night. Happy Valentine's. Good job, Ricky. Thank you very much. You have a good Valentine's Day. I hope everybody is having one. If not, I apologize. It just happens. Let me see. Drummond was setting some brick walls for Steph Curry today. Yo, I bet, man. Like I seen a little bit, um, and everything. Like, yeah, he like I said, man. Like Daryl Morey gave them everything that they needed just to get his player back. Like that's crazy. Like you don't set up the enemy too. Like you go. Like I actually hope that's the first round of the playoffs. Like that'd be hilarious to see who wins the game because like one of the juggernauts will knock each other out for us because who would y'all actually want to win that we can match up with? Like would you rather that Philadelphia wins and then we play against them even though we haven't beat Philadelphia, or would you rather Brooklyn winning because we beat Brooklyn a couple times. Like that'd be actually interesting. Here we go. Now that Marco Simonovic has been in the G League, can the Bulls call him up for the playoffs? Um, I mean, we can call him up. Marco problem is like don't like Marco been dropping like 20 and 10s lately in the G League, but don't let G League stats fool you. Like G League is literally just offensive oriented, like and everything like that. And on top of that, G League centers aren't big. And Marco is like an easy like 6'11" and everything like that. So like he's seeing a whole bunch like 6'8" centers. Um, the Toru guy that we have on our G League team that we was playing in the preseason, like he just dropped 20 and 10. So Marco thing is he just needs to bulk up because he gets treated like a little boy on the court. So but I think he's going to be good if he bulks up. Let's see how he looks in this summer league. He's a really good passer out of the high post. He has some 3-point ability, but I tell you one thing I do like is like he hits the boards hard. So he looks like he has potential to be a good rebounder, especially on the offensive side, which is something we could use. Like he looked like even though he's a foreigner, he looked like he could be a dirty work player. His Joker again he said, "Do you think we need an enforcer? And if you see Cousins get released, would you sign him?" Well, again, like when you if we get Cousins, it'll be it's definitely an upgrade over anybody that we would get in the buyout market or whatever. It's an upgrade over Tony Bradley where you just can't be mad. It's just we don't need that. Like what we need somebody that can block shots and rebound, but still like make a shot around the basket. Like when Tony Bradley scores, it was like so happy, like rainbows and everything, like just sunny days and everything because he finally scored. But like so, what we need is something that can be a rim protector and a rebounder that but can score around the basket. That's a threat to score because like when he sets a pick, nobody cares. Like I wish he had like Tyler Cook hands and athleticism, and then it'd be like problem solved because then you get somebody that can roll and just go put it down. Well, Al Horford get bought out, and do you think he would fit with us? No, they're not going to buy him out. Um, but that would be the perfect fit. Like that's everything I'm talking about because Al Horford plays defense. Al Horford is a good shot blocker. Al Horford is a good passer. Al Horford can even can score off pick and roll or pick and pop. Like he would actually be perfect for what we need, and I think he'll be a free agent. But our luck, we always sign guys at the wrong time in their career, other than DeRozan and everything. Like, but our luck that'll be when he start falling off because he's like around like 35. Like, I'm here. I totally forgot to join. Yo, you here now? That's all that matters. That is all that matters. It said the draft is loaded with big men. It's like, do you see the Bulls getting or going for? Yo, it is a lot of big men. Like when you look at the mock drafts. Too bad we can't get what's his name from Memphis, Jalen. I think there is like he'd actually be the perfect backup. I seen a couple more. It's always a foreigner. Artur is always looking for that sneaky pick. Like this, Artur sees second round picks, and they're like think about it. He got the Io. He drafted, Jokic, and like who knows with Seminovic. So like us actually having a first round pick and a second round pick. I believe I don't know if we traded that with that would be. It says Suns backup and bigs are way better. McGee and Biombo compared to us, Bradley. McGee would be the perfect big for us. Should be 67 million. Yeah, man. Like, oh, and the thing was too. I remember somebody like made a tweet about us getting McGee in the off season, and he even liked the tweet, and I was like, oh shit, that's a sign. And I think Levine had like the two. So I was hoping that it'd been it. Like that's it right there. That's perfect. That's the rim protector. That's the guy that can catch the lob. That's the guy that can score somewhat under the basket. Like he would have been perfect. Like, and it's crazy too, like how Chris Paul worked with big man, because like Biombo's career was finished, and like he be looking great with him. Like, shout out to Chris Paul, even though he did. Ooh, I'm gonna share and show this. I can't believe this one. Yo, get them likes up too. Can we get Hashim to beat? Yo, I love you, but yo, like that's wild. Like we do need to enforce it. This team is soft. Can't believe no one checked Grayson Allen. Look, this is my thing about it. The people that was on the court when it happened was Vooch, Io, Troy Brown Jr., and Matt Thomas. Okay, Io a rookie. He not about to do nothing. Vooch would be the only person you think should have did something. Troy Brown, like anybody look like they really about their life, and then like the only person that you really know would have did something would have been like DeMar on the bench, but he was on the bench. You don't want DeMar to get suspended because that costs us games. So like, I that enforcer era is basically dead. Like they trying to prevent all that from happening. Like Grayson Allen just don't got no business being in the NBA. So like we don't really need an enforcer, and enforcers really don't even exist no more. You got the Morris twins, and you see they ain't really no enforcers. That's always been fake. Like like Draymond not a real enforcer. He just really talk. He all talk. So yeah. I say Ibaka would have been a perfect fit. Um, yeah, I mean Ibaka would have been cool because he could spread the floor. He not as nimble as he used to be. Like that would have been cool. You just always wonder because when a player get back surgery, they really not the same player. So we'll see. But it's definitely a big pickup for them, man. Like I wish we would have. Yo, and I had this crazy thing too, like because like I'm pretty sure Arturo has tried to make some type of trade, and when you see like some of these trades go down, that you just wonder like why the Bulls didn't make a trade because you seen some trades that was like for nothing. Like take like Marvin Bagley got traded for Josh Jackson and Trey Lyles. You just wonder like, yo, Bulls, you couldn't throw out like Trey Jones and I mean Troy Jones and somebody else and got Bagley for that. Like, and I wonder too, like because like the NBA don't tell all this stuff. Like I always wonder, like since we so called got caught for the bull crap tampering, you wonder like did the NBA say, oh yeah, y'all ain't making no trades this year? Like so that's something you worry about too. Like is it somebody tell Mark and AK to release Alfonso McKinney and pick up Willie Cauley Stein or Moses Brown. The Legit rim protectors are both free. Yo, real rap. I would love like either one of those two. Like, cause Willie hustles and Willie is athletic and all that. So I love that. Moses is a good player too. I just never forget what Laurie dunked on him last year. But yeah, that could be definitely two nice pickups. Here's what Bradley be reminding me of Tyrese Thomas sometimes. Can't catch, always turning it over, just less athletic. Yo, you know what's crazy? Like Tyrese Thomas actually be a good player right now for us because, like I said, he was somewhat of a shot blocker. Like I said, very athletic. And he could just catch some lobs. Like that's just basically what we need. Like, it'd be cool because he was like good, like 6'9", 6'10". So like sometimes when you have a player that is drafted high or make high money, you expect too much for him. But like, let's just say like we got a Tyrese Thomas type of player, and we was only paying him like somewhere around like the league minimum, then it'd be good. But when you got Tyrese Thomas, who you drafted, you traded LaMarcus Aldridge for, So you really having real high expectations, and that was one reason where it's just like, yo, oh yeah, man, you trolling. That's funny though. Oh, y'all are trolling. I see. Like after we get Andrew Bynum, like bro, like Bynum, nah, fam, Bynum don't even care about that. Like they go one say, remember when Paxson traded Dang, who was 18.7 when they traded for a second round pick? Bulls got fleeced. I mean, what did Dang do after that though? If anybody did the fleecing, it was Dang because Dang's still getting paid by the Lakers to this day, and he ain't really did nothing for them. We need 50 Cent playing center. Yo, you're not getting around them screens. I'll tell you that. Say good night, Chad. Go Bulls, definitely. I definitely agree with that. It says AK is known for trading. He looks so disappointed in the interview. I think the owners did want to add more money to the payroll. I mean, I don't really know, like because they said it was willing to go over the salary cap, and also too, like most 9 times out of 10, salaries always match up when they make trades. That's the whole point of the trade. Like if you always, unless you're a team that's like well under the cap and you don't care, but most of the time, like salaries always match up with players and everything for that to happen. Like all I know is this, and AK I do trust, and if we didn't make a move, it was because they seen that wasn't a good move. Like with Garpax, you know, like something was wrong. They didn't pull the trigger. Like something always come up like, oh, this and that could have happened, but Garpax said no, and then we just be like, what the fuck? But like take for instance, in our last year that we had Pau Gasol, we had a pick with Sacramento Kings that was lottery protected or like top 7 protected, and Sacramento Kings said we'll actually give you just give y'all straight up the pick if you give us Gasol, and they said no because of that, and we wasn't even like looking like we was going to make the playoffs, and we didn't. And then like Gasol opted out, and then he left, and also Sacramento got to keep their pick. So like they just don't be thinking, man. Here's what. Um, so you think the Bulls miss Laurie? No, not really. I mean, because this is the thing about Laurie. Laurie game was offensive, right? But he wasn't like the last year he played with us. He was efficient, but other than that, like he always been efficient. Like he could stretch the floor, but he just like Laurie wouldn't just. He had nights, of course, but like Laurie just wasn't a consistent like he'll bang in three threes in a row type of person. Like he didn't play defense. He pick and chose when he wanted to rebound and everything like that. Like Cleveland is winning games, but it's not because of Laurie. It's because of Garland and Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. So like, and he's shooting like shit over there. So like, yeah, he give us some size. Like it'd be great. It'd be great for him to come off the bench. But like, other than that, nah. I kind of miss Jim Boyler's press conferences after the Bulls lose, just the answers after questions. I don't miss nothing from him, bro. I know you're joking and everything because yeah, he did say the dumbest stuff, but he just used to be like when he did something and then he went to the press conference, he used to be like this mother, like you know what I'm saying? Like oh my god, man, like I'll never forget. I mean, not saying he was the best player in the world, but like at that time, we could have used him. But if anybody remember when like Denzel just didn't even get in a minute, and that's when we still had somewhat of faith in him. Like now, we don't care about Denzel, but like it was a moment. They said, "Oh, but Denzel was available. Why didn't you play him?" He said, "Because I said so. That's all." So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he he tried so hard to be Pop with his arrogance towards the media, but that works when you win games. Like all your crazy decisions and then how you talk to people and everything, that works when you win games. When you're losing games, you're just like a dumbass. It says Kobe White is starting to remind me of Ben Gordon. Thoughts? Yeah, like a six court. I mean, a six man like microwave type of player. Yeah, and that's all we need. That's all we need. Like he's trying on defense, and that's cool. Like because defense is all ever anyway. So yeah, like if if he come out the court, I mean, if he come out off the bench and then just give us anywhere from 13 on up every night, shooting a three. He's a great free throw shooter, and he's starting to become a better passer with vision because that was the reason why we knew like he wasn't hit at point guard was because his vision was terrible. So we got blessings in Zoe and Io who are great passers with good vision. So now Kobe can really just be Kobe is just score. Yeah, I got some questions. Like, who were some of y'all favorite Bulls? Like that wasn't like just great big names and stuff like that. Oh, I did not. I'm sorry, I didn't read that one thing. I'm gonna go back to it. It says I don't like the All Star break. No Bulls games on. This right here is actually a blessing because we've been playing too many games. Like the NBA, I've never seen. They said the other night, and that was 2 nights ago. But they said well the game that was a game ago. They said that the Bulls played 7 games in 10 days. Like that's crazy. And then like stuff like playing that many games in a row and then in that short of time, like that's probably what's bothering like Zach knee. Like he's just putting too much on it. Which and then overcompensating the knee, like how he landed on another knee, like that's actually bad for your right knee. And it probably got something to do with his back spasms. Like all kind of stuff like that add up. We've been playing like too many games too much because they want to because the NBA greedy and they trying to like just push the season. Well, the past 2 seasons, how they just crowding games up. Like so that's just crazy. And I haven't heard of a team other than us playing that many games in so many nights. Like I really truly do feel like some conspiracy things. Like once that little tamper thing happened, the NBA just was like, we fucking y'all. Like here go y'all schedule. Because remember the schedule when we had to play all hard hitters all in a row, and it's like when did we play the bums? But we beat them, and now they look stupid. Like so cool. And then like all these games in the condensed like part like 7 games in 10 nights is crazy, and it's basically 8 and 12 now. It says I feel that Laurie and I mean Levine and Kobe didn't want to pass to Laurie. They weren't passing the ball to Vooch early in the season too. Well, again, yeah, it was sometimes I would say like Laurie would have people like down low and he didn't get the ball. But my thing is too last year we just didn't have good. We didn't have a point guard like Lonzo. We didn't have one in the ceiling like Caruso. We didn't have one like Ayo. Like we got 3 people that know how to pass the ball now. And excuse me, and even Demar. So like that's my theory on that. And Vooch in the beginning of the season, like I said, they were trying to make Vooch a stretch 5, which is crazy. They tried to make him a stretch 5 and like spread the court and use his passing for Lonzo to hit threes and for Zach and DeMar to be able to penetrate. But it looks like now that when we get healthy, we see how to use Vooch and we see how the team should be ran. So we'll still see like Vooch only get like 18 minutes, but it'll be way more efficient. I mean 18 points, but it'll be way more efficient. like he is now. Like he'll be back at his 50%, and he won't be taking as much threes. And now like man, like I miss so much from Ball. Like one his defense, one like his ability to just like he takes 6 threes a game and then he hits 40% of them. So like that's like 3 threes at least, and his vision. Like remember like we missing that outlet pass that Lonzo would like throw all the time to Zach or DeMar on the break. Like like we used to steal like 6 points off of that. So Levine needs to learn how to fall like DeMar does when he attacks the rim or shoots the ball. Like like falling always scares me, but I'm just so used to seeing DeMar now. The only thing it just pisses me off because like at the beginning of the year when DeMar wasn't like really dominating and you were just warming up to DeMar, it was like, yo, man, like get up off the ground and get back on defense. So yeah, like let me see. It says I'm more excited about the buyout market than the All Star game. Hope the Bulls sign a quality bid. Yeah, we all hope that. You just wonder who it's going to be. Like, and I hope they pick the right one. Like, I hope, like, because the crazy part, like, say, like one big get bought out, like, say Tristan Thompson get bought out, right? And then, like, we were like, all right, we picked him up, and then, like, one is better than Tristan Thompson get bought out, and then he's just like, oh, fuck. Like, we should have waited. It says, I agree. Some of our guys don't seem to fall well. Every time green and white fall down, it looks like bad. Like there actually is a skill to falling. And Demar does like when you see Demar fall, like he usually falls on his butt and he's sliding or whatever, and then he just puts himself up. Like he literally knows how to fall, or maybe it's a part of him selling that he just got fouled. So and everything like that. Like when Javante actually does it because Devontae did some wild shit and and got knocked out the air. So yeah, like and especially like being a Rose fan when like every time he fell, you just really like held your breath like oh god. So yeah. Jacoby is not a good entry passer. Zach has a man up on him due to his outside shooting, so it's easier for him to go to the hoop than try an entry pass. Yeah, yeah. I guess that was a rebuttal to why Laurie didn't get the ball and everything, or like Boots. So yeah, yeah. And the only thing I really want Zach to work on is his ball handling. That's the main thing that I really wish he worked on was his ball handling. Like Zach is more quick and Zach has the most explosive first step. So it kind of like you wouldn't think it, but if you ever really look like Zach be like just dribbling so hard and then it just wound up bouncing off his feet every time. Like I've never seen somebody just always lose a handle. Like you in the NBA, bro. Like that's why it's one trainer. I forgot his name, man, right now. But they say every time when somebody work with him, like he get him a bag. His name Phil something. He used to work with the Lakers. Like if he go there, I think it'd be the limit. Like because that's a little bit of the difference between him and Devin Booker. Is like Devin Booker is a better ball handler. So like if when he get that in his game, that's when he'll be definitely like arguably the best two guard in the game. There goes Joker. It say Lonzo off ball defense is truly missed. Levine, I feel as if the road doesn't pay attention on the ball defense anymore, but he's decent on ball defender. You know why he doesn't look like that? Because Zoe and Caruso communicate so well and they talk to the team. Like, and that's something else that I'm glad that like that's rubbing off on Io. That's why I say like it's good. It's always good to have a good blend of vets and younger people because they start rubbing off on them. Zoe talks and keeps in us engaged defensively. Caruso talks and the same thing. Like you even see like a lot of times it was a play the other night when somebody hit a shot at halftime. And then you seen Caruso get up and tell Kobe, get up on him because they got like 3 seconds to go. I think it was against the Minnesota game. I'm not sure. Like stuff like that. Like and everything. Like they always communicate. They let you know when somebody's trying to go backdoor to everything. They quarterbacks out there. Or you can call them a Mike linebacker because we're playing on defense. So here's one. Here's one, and I do remember it. By Joker. Good comment, bro. It said, remember when everybody was mad at DeMar DeRozan for taking that shot in the first game for game? That was our fifth game. That was the game we played against the Knicks. I remember it. He went for his famous pump fake and everything. And then like Mr. Robinson closed out, and everybody said that should have been Zach's shot. Now look, if anytime Zach shoot the ball now, it's always he should have passed it to DeMar. So like that was the change, right? That's the difference. Yeah, I definitely remember that. Jay Lee says Marco Bellinelli. Bellinelli was good for us, man. Like he was a good shooter. So at times I see Kobe and Levine playing hot potato. I don't know. That's hard to say. Let's say, have you noticed that Kobe comes in the game, Levine starts turning the ball over as Kobe turnovers rubs off of Levine. Um, I don't know, man. Like I said, like Zach just got these times where, it used to happen in the fourth quarter a lot with us and everything. That's when everybody used to be teasing, saying Zach not clutch and yada yada yada. But like I said, it's his ball handling, and I hope like the way that we let Io play, like everybody just get out, everybody let Io get the ball and bring it up the court and everything. I hope they do that when Zoe come back too. Like Zach don't need to bring the ball up the court. I don't know, like he usually just come down and stuff, and then Zoe just be looking like, yo, what you doing? Like you know what I'm saying? So I hope like they let Zoe run the show the same way they let Io run the show, and then we'll be good that way. The thing is too though, Io. The reason for somebody to say Io gets more assists though, yes he does. Vooch is playing better. That's the main reason because Vooch is missing like 3 assists from Zoe, and that's actually going to Io now. And one thing too, Io is a better penetrator than Zoe, and his gravity pulls the defense in so he can kick it out to somebody around the rim. So Zoe need to work on that. Zach is a bit careless with his handle. He could tighten it up some. Yeah, that's what it is right there. Let me see. Diane Jeffries just mentioned something I go crazy about if it happened. Let me see. It said, what if we get Joakim Noah playing next to Boots right now, dominant front court? Listen, if anybody knows, Joakim Noah is my favorite Bull. That that right there would be just like amazing. Like damn the fact that he can't shoot threes. When you get somebody that put his heart and soul on that court like that, he would keep the guys engaged. He would keep everybody happy. You know what I'm saying? The team morale up. He has everybody communicating well and all of that. Man, like, and then that would be the enforcer that people are asking about because that he wouldn't let shit happen. He'd be the rim protector. His passing, like all of that would be amazing. Like we had Joe Kim. Like I'm not saying he shut him down, but like I feel like he'd be able to like get in Giannis' head, talking shit to him. It say Knicks are falling to the bottom. Any chances that the Rose get bought out? I'm not sure how long this contract is. think he signed like a 3-year contract because he just signed with a, but Rose don't want to be with us no more. We tried to get Rose before we got Caruso. He said no because he loved playing. He loved getting injured with Tibbs. Like he loves getting injured with Tibbs all the time. Like he feel like he owes something to Tibbs. I don't know why. Like because if you know everywhere Rose played, when you don't play with Tibbs, he don't get hurt. Then Tibbs hurt again because Tibbs just runs the shit out of people. And we don't really need we don't need another point guard. So like it'd be great for the city of Chicago and all of that, and like just him touching the ball again, everybody would be happy and everything. So, but like we don't. That's somebody I'm not concerned about. Like I at this point I'm happier with Caruso and even Io. Said said good point guards that move the rock are essential to this Bulls team. Yeah, like definitely, they are. Like that's my ball movement. Like, and when we move the ball, like that's when we're really good. But I'm also not. I don't understand like why people get mad at the so-called ISO ball because have you seen how DeMar DeRozan been winning this game with his ISO ball? That's what happens when you have a killer. He's that talented. You don't need to play ISO ball. All you need to do is get the ball to DeMar and get the fuck out of his way and watch him bring us home. And he's been showing us time and time again. So we need to stop complaining about ISO ball. Not y'all though. Like I don't see nobody complaining about it now. Why? Because we're winning games, and y'all, the people that said it, don't want to talk about that. I said Lonzo should develop that pick and roll mid range, pull up like Chris Paul. It would be dead. It's two things I wish Lonzo got. I wish Lonzo develops a floater because he can blow by anybody, and that'd be one thing like that'll back people up when he goes to the rim. Like he develops that because they do back up already. If he develops that floater, that's an easy 2 buckets. And I would love for him to get a mid range, like which is crazy, like because I know he can do it. Like he works on 3-pointer, so maybe next year that'll be what he works on in the off season. But yeah, if he get like a floater, that's when Zoe is dangerous. Oh, I got you. Um, Anybody in here that want my social medias? I'm gonna type it in right now. Those I don't know if they came through, but the Marcus Darling, those are actually my social medias for Twitter, and I am trying to build up my Twitter. And when my Twitter gets built up, I will be more active, especially like during Bulls games. I'll be actually talking more actively. So when y'all build me up through that, and then I was thinking about actually making a YouTube channel myself. I'll find a way so me and Hayes don't bump heads and stuff because he's an amazing content creator, and I don't want to be in his way. And Pat the designer from the Windy City Breeze. So I wanna do something so we all out there. Like so yeah. Oh, JDH, I do see this. You said nothing wrong with ISO ball. We got killers out there. Let them go to work. Thank you. Like when you got somebody like Zach LaVine that can take somebody, when you got somebody like this is 2 people that can score 50 points a game. And yes, Zach can play off. Zach can play off ball because he's that great of a shooter. DeMar don't like to do that. Like he's not a catch and shoot guy. Maybe if we run like some pin downs, like how the Pistons used to do for Rip Hamilton, like something like that. But DeMar is ISO scorer. That's all. That's all you're really gonna get from him. Like he's not really a cutter like that. Like you get him the ball and you get the hell out of his way. We won 6 rings on Mike back doing that. Why is ISO ball a bad thing? Joker, thank you for this comment. Like, because I am contemplating this, that you should have your own podcast and collab with Chicago Bulls Central. I like your answers and how you respond to everyone. Thank you. It was easier to respond to everybody. See, everybody loves Hayes, and one thing too about when you actually do go live when on camera and audio, the audience ain't as big, so I can actually respond to y'all and everything. And y'all actually had some y'all had some great comments. So y'all actually made it easier for me because I am really terrified. Like, it's the first jitters of doing this. But y'all made me feel real comfortable. Like Joker, Blah, JDH, Mitch, Brandon Jett. Brandon Jett has always been cool to me. So yeah. Let me see. It said you and Hayes would be good. You guys would only help each other and outgrow even more. Yo, like, yeah, I mean that's the plan. Like, and Hayes is having fun. Like Hayes is like an evil scientist, man. Like, don't let him fool y'all. Like, he is building me up for this. Like, and he's instilling the confidence in me, and I am getting more and more confident as I do because I do see like maybe I do have a thing for this. So I'm going to get some equipment soon, hopefully. I don't know, but this is actually fun, and I do have a Bulls passion. Um, I watch a lot of the NBA, but I don't got time like the people that do the NBA like take like I don't know if y'all know Rusty Buckets. He's a Bull fan. But he covers a lot of the teams. Kenny Beecham, King of the fourth quarter. They cover it, and like that's a lot of work watching all the games and then talking about it. I watching the Bulls game is exhausting because that's my team. And then it's always like a second game that comes on after us that you watch, but like they be watching like at least like 6 to 8 games a night just to make a video, and like that's crazy, but that's also work, and they getting paid for that. So yeah. Let me see this. This is a good question. It says if you can one player from the past Bulls teams who would be Elton Brand, Eddie Curry, Tyson Chandler, or Jakim Noah. Personally, you can't go wrong with either. But who would you pick? I'm we got to put Joakim Noah aside because I have to say Joakim over anybody. I love Joakim. But okay, so let's just say he's first just because of my love for him. I say Elton Brand. Like, Elton played good defense. Elton was 20 and 10, and I believe he could move good enough to guard people because Elton Brand was only like 6'8", and that's my thing. Like if you got like a 6'8" to 6'9" power forward, that's when you're actually good money because that's how the NBA is now. Because the NBA is based on pick and roll and floor spacing, so you need smaller guys that can move with the ball to stop threes. That's why we are seeing smaller power forwards out here, and people, except for people that's freaks of nature like Giannis or somebody. So like that's why I say Elton Brand. Like Tyson Chandler would be cool, but we don't need Tyson Chandler to like Tyson would be coming off the bench probably. So like, but that'd be great for him to come off the bench if we could get that. So if I would change it, I say yeah, let's have Tyson Chandler come off the bench. Pat Will comes back, we good. So yeah, give me Tyson Chandler, I guess. Yo, this fire right here. He said DeMar DeRozan's 44 game was a Valentine's Day massacre. Yes, yes, it was. Good, he did it on his ex team. So at home, and I just didn't like the way we got beat by the Spurs the last time because the Spurs was hitting every three as usual because teams turn into the Splash Brothers when they play against us, which is crazy. Like every time we see, like y'all notice that, like when teams play us, like all of a sudden they just get hot and stuff, and then they show their regular season shooting, and they show what they shooting against us tonight. So yeah, like they beat us. They hit like 16 threes, and the Spurs are terrible 3-point shooters. And then Pop, being Pop, he exposed our pick and roll defense, which we stepped up this time. Let me see. Man, it seems like you've been doing this for years. No, promise you. This is I used to call into the Windy City Breeze a lot. Um on a player call in. They do after their game. But and I understand it, like, they got so many callers that might call in or they just wanna, it's like four of them. It's Pat, it's P Kid, Stefan and Don they call, or and then they got AD and all that. So it's those guys. So it's like they won't interact with the caller too long. You basically got like a minute tops to say what you got to say real quick, and then before you know it, like Pat gonna be like, "Yo, and appreciate the call, man." So it's like that. But this is my very first time ever having a podcast to myself, and I did the ones with Hayes, and me and Hayes just usually work well with each other. If you've seen those other two. It says favorite moment when Joakim dad was screaming during the interview when Noah was guarding up LeBron. Yo, yeah, man, like yeah, that any Noah LeBron or Noah Cleveland moment, man, those are gold, man. And that's what I did like about Noah. Like Noah stood up to anybody. Noah wasn't scared of anybody. Chief C says, "Who would I like to see? Who would I like to play in round one? You know what would be cool? Plus, I think we'll beat them anyway. Like to see Lonzo and Lamelo, like for however many games we play them. Like that would be real cool, man. Like especially like as a like Fisher LeVar, man. Like this is all that he always envisioned when everybody was calling him crazy, and he was right. Like all of our ball does is say what we all say, and it's just not media friendly. So people call him crazy. I mean, other than like him being better than Steph Curry, but like that's your kid, man. You always gonna tell your kid that you're the best and nobody better than you because you want to build confidence in your child. Like who would tell that you tell your kids all the time or anybody that you're related to that's a kid growing up. You always tell them, no, you the best, you the smartest and all that. So you're mad at a father for telling his son that he's better than somebody playing. Like what's wrong with that? Let me see. It says, how many years do you think contention window will be open with this court? Um, I think DeMar can like the way DeMar plays because we see his game isn't based on athleticism; it's actually skill. I think DeMar can ride his contract out and he still be the same DeMar. And as he maybe declines a little bit, that's when like our young boys get better. So as he goes down, it'll be push pull. So it'll be the compensation. So yeah, DeMar might lose a little bit of this, but guess what? Patrick Williams just got better. Io just got better. Lonzo Ball is still only 24 years old, people. Like he's going to get better. Like Caruso is still, Zach is going to get better. All this stuff is going to transfer to Zach, and he's going to get better. Then he'll take the torch, and then maybe DeMar can follow his lead, and everything. So we'll always have a nice window because we have a good blend of young people. Like Booch isn't even as old as people think he is. Booch just turned 31, and he's a skill player. When you have a skill player instead of an athletic player, they last longer. Like so, like Booch can play with us, and he's about 35. So, and then on top of that, like we got a great front office that knows how to draft. So we got this pick in the first round. This looks like a pretty deep draft. I wouldn't be surprised somewhere in the 20s we find another sleeper and they'd be like, Arturas did it again. Like, and it's getting scary because people are starting to look at Mark Eversley, and I do not want to lose him. And one thing I always want to say too, we need to just stop saying this. Well, not need to, but like we need to start giving also JJ Polk his credit because JJ Polk is the one that is actually grinding, like crunching these numbers to where these signing trades have been working. So he's the one that knows how to make everything happen when it comes to the contracts, and that's why we got a loaded team like we do. So we need to start giving him his just due too. This right here is great. Yep. Joker. He would. He would. Like that. He'd be literally perfect right now. Dang would be the perfect power forward in today's game. If we had Dang out there playing first team, remember he was first team on defense. He could stretch the floor. He could score in the paint. He had a good mid range. Like we had something like that, that'd be great. I just don't want to. I just don't want to keep on harping on the past though. Uh, Here we go. I've been saying Tyreek Evans for a while. Yeah, Tyreek just got reinstated today. But again, guard don't need him. Like we're cool with guards. So yeah, and everything. He's out of league. And Chris Dunn is done, man. Like we got our Chris Dunn. He can actually shoot. I am assuming. No, I do know what this is. I'm sorry. I seen that one comment and didn't even think about it until the second time. You said let's give Zach Levine some ball hog gloves. Yeah, they are good for they are good. Like those are slippery gloves. They come on. I get their commercials all the time on YouTube. I think it's when I be watching Baller's Life. But yeah, that do help ball handling. And I'll tell you another trick for anybody if you got kids or somebody younger. Put a plastic bag on a basketball, and your handles will get better because it's going to be real slippery. Let me see. Will will be better to have Tyreek instead of Troy Brown Jr. I mean, yeah, yeah, like because he's a great finisher and he can't shoot no less. So even though Trey Brown had a good game, a decent game today, yeah, I mean, we would be better, but it's just like I wouldn't just go out my way to like go over luxury tax because if you do that to Trey Brown and like you're gonna be in luxury tax, like I wouldn't just go in luxury tax for Tyreek Evans. Do you think Io will want to be a bull long haul or will chase some money from things? Well, I mean, this is the thing with players. Like, I think he wants to be, and Io seems like one of those loyal dudes. Like how Giannis is loyal to Milwaukee. Like, no matter what, he's gonna stay with them because they put the chance on him. And the fact that one Io is from here, Chicago. I'm not from Chicago. I'm from Detroit, believe it or not. But I'm still gonna say here it's a bull. But the fact that he's from there, that's gonna always put it in his heart. And also, like the Bulls gave him a chance when since he gonna feel like he owes it to them as well because he got overlooked by so many teams and they chose him. So yeah. Here go one for my boy the greatest. I actually prefer DeMar over Butler with this core because DeMar is aggressive offensively and Jimmy can be too unselfish. Butler's better overall, but DeMar is better for identity. I mean, he's just better because he's not toxic. Because like that was the thing. Like remember, Jimmy just like got Hollywood as he got good. Like it was like yo, it was like like what's going on? Like all of a sudden you come to your head like, and then and it was all because of you might as well blame the secret spy Dwayne Wade because he came over here and basically all he did was basically plug in his head nigga about fucking Miami. So like that was the main problem. Even though a little bit before that they said Jimmy was getting Hollywood, they said him and Joe Kim was like a lot of times like would almost come to blows or whatever. So like yeah, and I do still like Jimmy Butler. Like I think he's funny and everything, and I think maybe he did find a home in Miami where he could just cut that crap out. Let me see. I met Canner in Lifetime. He was coming to Lifetime all the time playing 101 and hanging out with him. He said he had his brother working in Chicago. Yeah, Chicago is like a lot of people come to work out in Chicago, so yeah, I definitely would do that. Like, would you bring in Josh Smith? No, Josh. It's been a long time since Josh like played basketball. Wouldn't be surprised if he gained weight. Now I'd love to have Josh Smith in Atlanta, like and everything like that. But like anybody that's like not in the NBA right now, like not in the NBA for a reason. So like it's been a while. Like Josh might be like 35 years old too, to be honest, Diane. So I might be about to wrap this up. I did not know it's been 2 hours with y'all. Any other questions? I give it to it is 2:35. I give it like 2:45. If y'all got some more questions or something else to say. Let me see if I can find an old comment. Says I think Butler. Let me see. Let's see. Imagine we have Butler that got so built you can see muscle everywhere on him. Okay. Yeah, I mean Butler is strong. Like he's strong as shit. Oh, here it is. It says I think Butler has issues with players that don't try. It's why he got traded from Chicago and Timberwolves found a home in Miami for that reason. Um, well, we just traded Jimmy because it was just time to just start over, and we still got Zach out of it. But damn, man, you damn near thought like we robbed Minnesota at first because Laurie came out with promise. His first year was decent. We didn't expect him to start and he averaged like 15 and 7. So we was like, yo, that's a good one, right? And remember Laurie next year when he had that crazy month of February, when he was averaging like 25 and 13, and then he wound up for the year finishing with 18 and 9, and that was the second year. He was actually looking like, yo, like this one is like going to be a bona fide all star, and he was actually looking like he was the better pickup than Zach. And then Zach took off, and then like we thought Chris Dunn was going to be somebody, but I don't know, man. It seemed like once Chris Dunn had fell off the rim and busted his teeth, it felt like he just never was the same player ever since then. Let me see. I don't blame Butler. Split between Jimmy and Rose, and who should be the alpha and eldest on the road going the Rose. The offense wasn't invested in Jimmy either. Find himself. Yeah, that's true. That was the thing. Like it was dividing because, like you said, it was the older people that was on the Rose and no side, and then you had the younger people that was like, we know Jimmy. Like it was splitting. Like, and in the end, like Jimmy was the one that was taken because he was the youngest and all that and everything like that. So Tristan Thompson to the Bulls. We don't know. Like maybe. I mean, if he get bought out, pretty sure that's what they go for. Diane says, "Could Melo make a good power forward for us? Will he be bought out?" Nah, LeBron ain't gonna buy out Melo. Um, I mean, Melo would be cool off the bench, I guess. But it's like we all know, like Melo could shoot and all that, but like Melo can't stick no defense. And I think that's the problem with the Lakers this year is that like when they put all that offense and everything, but they lost the people that do the intangibles. Those are big things in basketball. Like Russo's and Contavious Caldwell Pope. Yeah, it didn't look bad on paper, but like, when you don't got them guys making the extra hustle plays, diving on the floor for loose balls, You know, and you know, sticking the best player on defense. LeBron missing that. Here's one right here. I got to take on Laurie. It was a couple of things, but he said he thinks John Paxson and Fred Hoiberg ruined Laurie's career. He had a promising career and everything. And he said, I think basically it's this in defense of Fred Hoiberg, he didn't get the team that he's good for coaching. All right, just stick with me. Fred Hoiberg was the guy that praised. They got him from I think it was Iowa because they envisioned the pace and space which the NBA was coming to, which means that you know like we was gonna run faster and we was gonna spread the floor and shoot. That was one reason in drafting Laurie, right? But let's talk before that. All right, you get Fred Hoiberg, right? You go get Rondo and you go get Dwayne Wade. Which one of them can shoot? See what I'm saying? Like that doesn't fit his philosophies. So you got the wrong personnel for a coach that doesn't want to play like that. So that was one thing. And then with Laurie, one thing I think messed him up. Remember after his rookie season, Laurie put on 15 pounds. Like I think I don't think he ever recovered from that because he put on bulk weight. Like he didn't get lean muscle. And like his shot never like really been the same like that. And it seemed like he lost some athleticism. Because remember, Laurie used to be booming on people his rookie year. Let me see what else we got. This Butler mentality rubs off here on Hero a lot at you. Yeah, I mean, I think he's doing a way better job being a leader over there in Miami. I definitely do. Um, but Miami has the type of personnel that he gets along with. Like you said, someone said it too. Like he went to Minnesota and they were very lackadaisical, and it just didn't seem like it was hard workers. Where like Miami is, you better work. So Jimmy cool with that. So he got a bunch of workers with him, so he'll never get frustrated with them for that. So yeah, like Tyler Hero, been hearing he ain't been good his whole life. Duncan Robinson been undrafted. All those people work hard. Kyle Lowry works hard. So even people like Udonis Haslem. That's why they always talk about like this heat culture, whatever. And Jimmy said he never had problems with Rose, but he purposely worked on his point guard skills to take over the offense. He may have liked him personally, but he wasn't going away for Rose either. I mean, which is true. He never really got into it with Rose, and I remember when Jimmy won Most Improved Player, that Rose had got him like a real expensive watch, as a gift for it. So yeah, like that never was the problem. It was more him and Joe button heads because they both got big personalities. Like I don't know what it would take to get into it with Rose because Rose is like like a key. You know what I'm saying? He's very quiet and everything like that. Like so, I don't see how anybody can get into it with Rose. If Butler works better with players that want to win in the organization, can't blame Butler on that. I would blame Paxson a lot more. Paxson was in the Bahamas when we needed a shooting guard during the trade deadline. You talking about when we had Keith Bogans at shooting guard? Yeah, because I remember like I just knew we was gonna get somebody like Courtney Lee that was on the trading block. Like that'd have been like dope and everything like that. Like yeah, like that is. I mean, Butler didn't really just like he wasn't like crazy dysfunctional over here, but you just start seeing that he was becoming a diva. Like you could see it forming, and then like he had his spats with, like I said, with Minnesota, and again like that was more because like Wiggins and all them kind of lazy, but he had a little bit of things with Philadelphia as well. But he got along with Joel Embiid, and you should have did that, kept him to keep him happy, like and everything. Like you actually had a closer. Like him and Embiid will be dangerous now, man. Like because like Jimmy's a closer, and well both of them are closers, but like a wing closer is always big. I'd rather kept him than Tobias Harris, and they could have traded Simmons for whatever and built around that. Oh yeah, for sure. The Butler was on that 2011 team, but he wasn't like Jimmy yet. Like if we could have got the real Jimmy on that 2011 team, that would have been a championship right there. Lord, man, I wish we won that. I wish we won. Yeah, man, like Paxton and Foreman, man, like especially Foreman, like this is just a clown. Like he's just a clown, man. Like remember when he said we're gonna get younger and more athletic, and never got younger and athletic, and look at us now, younger and athletic. 1 year with our tourists, like man, like it's so crazy of a 180 that we did because think about it, like remember last year when we really didn't make moves, like the only people we signed was like Garrett Temple, and they was like, oh, that's all we really got and everything. These guys ain't shit, and then boom, look, they trade for Vooch, then we get Zoe. Then we get DeMar, Caruso, Derrick Jones Jr. And like what they do was Javante Green. Like that's look how big that is for us. Never shows up on the stat sheets, but he just does something impactful for us all the time. Say facts, Joker. That's why I built the three alpha core with Rondo and Wade to sabotage Jimmy, taking away spaces and uses having mediocre all around talent. But again, Jimmy and that team overachieved. Oh yeah, it definitely was an overachievement. And if I really just I was cool with the Rondo signing because you just like back then that's when you knew like Rondo always make teams better and all that. And we had even seen playoff Rondo when we won the 2 games against Boston when they was like one of the hottest teams. We was about to sweep them, and then Rondo broke his I think his thumb or pinky. It was something. It was some finger though, and then like we lost ever since then. Like I was cool with the Rondo signing, and I just wish we instead of getting Wade, we'd have been cool with other people. Because Wade was just here because like I feel like Wade just came here was because like he didn't get the girl that he wanted, which was Miami. So he just like, all right, well I'm going to the home team, like so. All right, you guys, I am going to wrap this up. It has been 2 hours and 24 minutes, and actually went 5 minutes over the thing. Um, Remember, you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram at the one I gave you guys. So you guys have a good night, and like Hayes always says, love you guys. Peace.